Time for another video. This will be the 6th one today that I've knocked out. I'm trying to make some great videos for you guys. The title is, It's Easy to Make $10,000 a month. It really is, honestly. A lot of you guys will say, well, yeah, duh, of course it is. Now, probably, even more will be like, well, that's not so easy. Of course it's easy for you because you've done it, you're there, whatever. What it boils down to is it's all about knowing your numbers. And if you know your numbers and you know the results that you need to get to reach the numbers, and what you do is you kind of back analyze. So let's take, this is what I did when I went out of business in February of 2016, took a month off, came back in April, and this is what I did. I wanted to make $10,000 a month. I never made $100,000 a year. Let's just say I wanted to make $300 per car, $300 to $350 profit in my pocket, and I had no expenses at this point. I had a little gravel lot and just a little office that cost me, it was less than $300 a month to sell cars because it was just such a cheap place. So I took $10,000 divided by $300 to $350 per car. And what do I come up with? That's 30 cars. And I'll tell you exactly how much it is. 10,000 divided by 300, it's 33 cars. 10,000 divided by 350, that's 28. So 30 cars at $300 a month and I would make $10,000 a month. And within 3 months, I had done that because I had a plan and I followed the plan. And you can substitute. Right now, we're at a point to where for me to make my target, which is $20,000 a month to 25, we have to do about $40,000 in gross, minus expenses and everything, equals $20,000 before taxes. So just take your number, whether it's you want to make $500 per car, you got to sell 20 cars a month. Of course, add for expenses, assuming that you have a very cheap lot, $5,000 in expenses, and you're going to need to do about $15,000 in gross a month, which, it's 30 cars at $500 each. And then you get there. How do you do that? It's easier to sell more cars the less you make because they're cheaper. There's higher volume. And the cool thing about doing that is, you know that you're gonna be able to sell that car and make money. Now, when you're targeting higher profits, like $1,000 per car, it's a little harder because you're competing with other nice cars. And the more expensive you get, the more you're competing with nice cars. But that's all you gotta do. Just break down your numbers. How much do you need to make per car? How many cars per month? And then you gotta get them. You have to go out there and buy them. That's pretty much it. There's a little more fluff to it, but just know your numbers. Stop chasing your tail. Zero in on a target, which is, for me, my target is $3,000 to $4,000 cars. $800 a piece equals, I gotta sell 40 cars to 45 a month to hit my target. Now, if we average $600 a car, which some months we do because we want to sell them really fast, then I have to sell 55 a month to hit my target. And if you know those numbers, then every day you know what you need to do. If you have no idea where you're going, you're just chasing your tail around, you're gonna have quite a hard time because you don't know how much money you're making, you don't know how much you're gonna make, you're not really in control of your business. You always have to be in control because otherwise it just becomes a giant stress fest. And you're gonna be overwhelmed, you're gonna have constant headaches, you're gonna hate your business. And trust me, I've been there. Only in the last 6 to 9 months have I gotten to a point where I'm relaxed about business. I feel confident. I've gotten to the point where I know that we're gonna I haven't lost money in over 2 years in a month because of the consistency of hitting my numbers and getting there. Let that marinate in your head. As long as you think it's possible, it is. If you think that 10,000 is such an amazing, unattainable goal, then it probably is. You might not have what it takes to be in business, honestly. My goal right now is $1 million a year. That's my number that I've set in my head because in high school, I was like $100,000 a year, that's amazing. It's not really. $100,000 is a minimum for you to be able to even save any kind of significant money. And the way America's designed, you have to make more than $250 a year before you really start to see dramatic changes as far as saving money. You gotta give up a third on taxes, and you can pretty much assume another third to a fourth for living expenses if you live pretty cheaply. You're left over with a third of your money minus expenses and stuff you buy and this and that, and you really don't have a lot of money left over to dramatically increase your business unless you're selling cars fast, turning them quick, moving, aggressive sales. But for you guys that are flipping a few cars here and there out of your driveway, it's completely possible. For a few months, I was selling 10 to 15 cars a month out of my driveway. So it's completely possible. It's all about what you make of the situation. So until next video, if you have any questions, comments, comment down there, because all these videos are unscripted right now. I'm just talking off of the top of the head, so I can address specific questions that you have or answer any comments. Thanks, bye.